but we underestimate what happens in those industries.
Yeah, especially the modeling industry.
And so with him, I wouldn't doubt if what he's saying has some truth to it, has some validity to it. And especially after what's come out with the court cases with P. Diddy. But, you know, they're it almost sounds like they're sex addicts.
Did you ever hear about Pizzagate?
Pizzagate? Oh, of course.
Okay. So this last, I think it was yesterday, Justin Bieber puts out a picture of himself eating a pizza, and like in a way where he's like recording himself eating the pizza, and that's like the first time he's ever like posted anything, and he just happens to post, like, I don't believe in coincidences. He just happened to post that during this trial that's going on right now. And then now a lot of people are insinuating that perhaps what he's saying is that there was also little people involved, not just adults.
Wasn't that what Epstein is about?
Exactly. Yeah. And I also think that's connected to this.
But isn't that what Epstein's about? And isn't that what also all those kids, those hundreds of tens of thousands, I think they said a number like 300,000. I can't believe that's the right number, but all these the right tens, it's not right. There's more.
There's more. Yeah, those are the ones that they were able to find.
All these tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of kids that go missing, I don't think it's by accident. Where are they? Mm-hmm. And when they do get kidnapped for whatever reason, where do they go?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
And there's very powerful people that exist that do things that we never really know about. And that's where I'm sure this podcast is going to go later, but that's what government has always been, right? You start off with going back just as far back as, let's say, 11,000 years ago when private property first started. Private property is the foundation of everything. Mm-hmm. And its natural elites are born. The best producers are the ones that get the most land and have the most kids. And so they get to build the most. Because when you're the best producer, you're producing things that people want. So you need land. So you will immediately get a little bit more land and you're able to have more kids because kids were privatized back then. Then comes kings.
Right.
And then thousands of years later come democracies. But still, in the background, there's always people in the shadow that run everything.
Yeah.
And there's very sick people
that run. What is it? What are they called? The cabal? The cabals or something like that? They have a bunch of names. But that's like that's the easiest name. Because they used to be Illuminati. And then that became so like heavy. And like everybody uses that now. Even in music now, they're putting that. So now people are saying the cabal. Like supposedly there's this cabal of people that have a lot of money and are into weird shit because they have nothing better to do than, and supposedly they're saying that he's a pawn to this. But then at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, if he's a pawn, then the goal is to not get him in prison. The goal is to either free him or Epstein him. Because if they get him for sure, he's not going to be the only one going down. He's going to be ratting out, a bunch of other people. Because he's like, if I'm going to go down, all you motherfuckers are going to go down.
One of the things, and this is pure speculation.
Everything's speculated, by the way, guys. Allegedly.
But one of the things that Trump was elected on was that he was going to release the Epstein list. That he was going to do certain things. But in this case, we're talking about the Epstein list. I think that after all these years, all the evidence that they've had, I'm sure it's been mounted.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure that he's using that because nobody is perfect. Everybody has a price for different things. That's just the way it is. Even me, I have a price for some things. I'm not even thinking about anything in particular, but if we were to bring up a hypothetical, I have a price too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he uses it as a bargaining tool.
That's crazy that you said that because
I'm sure he does, and he's a smart man.
Bro, that's crazy that you said that because you know who PBD is? Patrick Bet-David?
No.
Oh, I'm putting you on. Okay,
Yeah.
well, he's another podcaster, but he's really big onto economics. He's an entrepreneur. But he was recently talking about how even though we all know that human trafficking and everything that's been going on with Diddy and Epstein is severely and immorally wrong in every shape and form, it's massive power when you can use that as leverage to get people to do things that they wouldn't do.